Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is your Wizard in a Blizzard. This is your Electric Scimitar, Mystical Machine Gun. Welcoming you back, even further into the future. To this newfangled console they're calling the PlayStation. I don't think it'll ever work. And to the next in our Metal Gear playthrough. As sponsored by you. Policenauts. Welcome to it. The next. Was this straight after Snatcher? No, I guess not. I guess it was straight after Snatcher if you count the Sega CD version, Mega CD. But the original Snatcher was 1988, so timelines can get a bit fuzzy. Oh, that's coming through. We shall see. That's coming through. Just want to make sure the audio is okay. I was honestly trying to have no audio duplication, which has been an issue I've been dealing with, but yeah, haven't had much luck. There's no game to continue. And we have to press circle because this is Japanese and this is just a translated.
大変長らくお待たせいたしました。ただいまよりポリスノーツを上映いたします。最後までごゆっくりとご鑑賞ください。
You can see from my chat window, I was testing out chat stuff earlier. Turns out you can't clear. Well, turns out clearing your chat doesn't fix that. Email, shut up.
2010年、人類初のスペースコロニービヨンドコーストが完成し、人類の宇宙への本格的進出が開始された。2013年、コロニーへの一般市民の移住に伴い、数十万の移住者たちの治安を守るため、俺たち5人の宇宙訓練を受けた警官が選抜された。イギリススコットランドヤードからゲイツ・ベッカー、日本の警視庁からジョセフ・貞興徳川、アメリカ・ニューヨーク市警からサルバトーレ・トスカニーニ、そしてロサンゼルス市警から俺とエド・ブラウン。世界中の警察からえりすぐられた俺たちは、警察権限を持つ宇宙飛行士としてポリスノーツと呼ばれた。
Welcome in, Wasi, and welcome in, Nicobato. I hope you're both doing well. It's a good question about how much game allocation there is, but as far as the newspapers, yeah. There was a bit of an international effort on that space station in 2013.
俺はジョナサン・イングラム。30年前、スペースコロニーのビヨンドコーストでポリスノーツとして働いていた。もっとも、エンプス事故で宇宙をさまよっていた俺にはわずか数年前のことにしか思えない。まだ生々しい記憶だ。妻や友人、仕事、何もかも30年前に置いてきてしまった。あの事故で過去を失った俺はこの汚れた街オールド LA でネゴシエーターまがいの探偵をしている。幼児誘拐や人身売買のネゴシエート、身代金の仲介、脱獄犯の逮捕などヤバい依頼ばかりだ。だが俺みたいな過去をなくした男にはそんな世の中の海がなければ飯も食っていけない。せいぜい腹いっぱいになるまで頑張るしかないか。さて、依頼人が来るまで何をしようか。この部屋には俺の過去を示すものがたくさんある。前方の壁には新聞の切り抜きや写真が。机の上にはあいつとの写真。どれも記憶の空白を埋めるものばかりだ。
That's a lot of cigarettes and alcohol there, Jonathan. Oh, that's us. That's our mouse. What was the things with the PS1 version again? Cutscenes have better resolution but lower frame rate. Was that the Saturn version? I don't know. Sorry, I honestly don't know. You've never heard of Policenauts before, Wassian? Well, it's referenced in Metal Gear Solid by Otacon. Is it linked to the Hideo Kojima game made for PC Engine? Yes, well, most likely. A lot of the Snatcher started on the PC Engine, made its way over to the Mega CD. Policenauts, I'm not sure exactly where it started, but there is definitely a PlayStation and Saturn version. This is the translated version that was translated late 2000s or the early 2010s. Can't remember now. Yes, it's very along the lines of Snatcher, but we've got more of a point and click feel. No, we don't want to go outside. There we go. Circle. Got to remember to do circle. PC 98. There we go. I'm glad somebody here knows what they're talking about. There is a fucking tiny bit of carpet stopping me from moving my chair further. And I just can't deal with it now. This is an ashtray I stumbled across in an antique store. It wasn't easy finding one of these. You don't need an ashtray for bent cigarettes after all. Bent cigarettes are cigarettes that don't produce any secondary smoke, which you light simply by breaking off the end. I say light, but there's no actual fire involved. They work off a chemical reaction, and even the leaves are specially processed. This is vaping. They don't give off any smoke or ash and make a room more pleasant, but they're not my thing. The butts are starting to overflow. I guess I should empty it. On Dreamcast, this mouse and keyboard would have been perfect, yes. Everything should have been on Dreamcast. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can review facts about games. Fair enough. What about the beer? Talk about the beer, Jonathan. It's a half-empty can of beer. The only beer most people can afford anymore is this imitation beer. It sucks remembering how good a cold one used to be. Oh man, I hear that. Can we use analog? We can use analog, nice. There's a piece of paper with information on a client. I've been asked to look for their 4-year-old son. You just don't see many ransom kidnappings nowadays. It's safe for the kidnappers to quickly sell off the victim's organs to organ buyers, and they're guaranteed to see a return that way too. I've got a bad feeling about this one. Snatcher was on PC 8801, MSX2, PC Engine, Sega CD, PlayStation, Sega Saturn. God, it was everywhere. This is a video phone with a built-in printer, though I've disabled the video from my end. Most of my cases come in over the phone. Clients don't particularly like meeting up in person. Look at your gun. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. This is my baby, a Beretta 92F. I've used it since I was a cop. She's a bona fide recoil gun, equipped with a laser sight. I use special 10-round magazines with armor piece and bullets. I don't carry her so I can go around shooting everything in sight. She's strictly for protection. What about the badge? This is a replica of the badge I had in LAPD. Sure does take me back. There's a picture from those days on the wall. It's the doom of Japanese adventure games. This is a Brady oil lighter. There's a lot of text in this game, by the way, just as a note. There we go, that's better. Don't want to be leaning forward all stream. And also, microphone, stick with me. They're the manufacturer of the only lighter still in production. You don't need lighters or matches for today's bent cigarettes. Nobody needs to light candles anymore? Nope. Look. These are Muslims. The only cigarettes in the world that still got a secondary scope. Smoke. I don't like the pure bent cigarettes you get today. These are mixed cigarettes. Part conventional, part bent. The only brand I touch now is Muslims. TM. Registered trademark. Do you work in an office with your own desk? And do you have your family pictures on your desk? Never worked with a personal jet. I have family pictures up my desk at work, yes. Not too many, but yeah, just a couple. Just like looking at them. This is a photo of me and Lorraine at Lucas World.
Lorraine, 俺のワイフ。いや、それも過去のことだ。俺があの事故を起こした後、ビヨンドで再婚したらしい。今では他人のワイフだ。日本人とアメリカ人との2世。あいつにはどこか神秘的なところがあった。
Lorraine was a student at UCLA. I'm not going to try and talk as deep as their voice actor. There was a visual novel boomer shooter mix from 2007 called Gun Katana. Lorraine was a student at UCLA. We met her after her place got broken into. Okay. Back. There we go. This is me and Lorraine on our wedding day. I was still a cop here in LA. Lorraine dropped out of UCLA after we got engaged. Why? I remember discovering my rental tux didn't fit right before the ceremony. I originally had a black tuxedo. Lorraine was like an angel in her wedding dress. You can look at different things in the photos. What if you had a framed picture of your desk at home? They're pretty plain desks. Lorraine had this friend at a flower shop arrange her bouquet. Okay, what else can we look at here? Like how the lights are the colours changing. This is a miniature of Beyond. Ed made it for me. Ed's in a couple pictures on the wall. Look at the pictures on the wall, they're saying. Look at the pictures on the wall. This is a picture from when I was in LAPD. Me and my partner Ed were always together.
エド・ブラウン。俺の人生で最も信用できる親友であり、良きパートナーだった。
That badge on my desk is a replica of the one I had then. I was in narcotics at the time. I was reckless, with a pretty short fuse. Oh yeah, the saxophone hits just at the right time. Would have had a Beretta with me here too. Me and Ed had been good friends since the academy. We were a well-known team in narcotics. Ed was in the bomb squad before he joined narcotics. There was a lot of terrorist activity back then. We stayed close when we were Policenauts too. I haven't seen him since my accident. Maybe I'll give Ed another call if my next case turns out well. My life felt so complete. Look at me, full of confidence. I'm like a totally different person. Oh, Jonathan, maybe you should stop smoking so much and drinking so much. Yeah, exactly. Not anymore. This photo was taken to commemorate the selection of the Policenauts. 5 officers out of all the world's police organizations were chosen and trained. We were called the Original Cops, after the Mercury program's original 7. We're wearing ejection escape suits here. These are obsolete now. Back then, everyone thought the orange-coloured suits were cool. I think they're cool. So we can look at Ed again. That's Ed. He was chosen out of LAPD along with me. He looks thinner here compared to the LAPD picture. I was absolutely ecstatic, but Lorraine, she was against me going to space. Then when I went to Mars, that was when we started to drift apart. After this was taken, I left Lorraine behind on home and moved to Beyond. Woozy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Ed's still on Beyond as far as I know. We've just started Policenauts and we're looking at the photos in Jonathan's office. Like we've really just started. That's Joseph Sadaoki Tokugawa. He came from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in Japan. He's now the head of the Tokugawa group. Sadawaki could be an intimidating dude at times. That's Salvatore Toscanini. He came from NYPD. So there's 3 Americans in this international group. Apparently he resigned from Beyond Coast Police over 10 years or so ago. Salvatore was a bit of an oddball. I never could put my finger on it, but there was just something about him. Sort of guy you don't easily forget anyway. That's Gates Becker. He came from Scotland Yard in the UK. I heard he's risen pretty high up through the ranks of Beyond Coast Police. Gates had a real passion for justice. He was always the leader. Yes, so Watson, you're right. There are tons of elements to click in every picture and places. We are going to have to make sure there's going to be times where we're just going to be clicking a lot to get there. I was given this award by the mayor back when I was a cop. Justice! Me and Ed were a well-known team in LAPD. This is the only award I've ever received for anything. We got the chief to nominate the 2 of us for the Policenauts thanks to this. Good choice, Joe, Jonathan, John, Jack. This is a newspaper article written at the time of Beyond Coast completion. Oh, we can click on this too. Okay. This is a picture of Beyond Coast right after it was completed. The only thing they hadn't finished was the agricultural ring. That model Ed made for me is supposed to be the colony. Here they point out Beyond's location in space. It's in an orbit around the L5 Lagrangian point. It's the red dot. I'll read some of the article. Colony completed, exactly. It's not a Dyson sphere. It's an Edison sphere. What's it called? It's a name for that type of. Oh, colony completed, written in Japanese. There you go. Thanks, Wassian. Basic construction of the world's first outer space colony, Beyond Coast, underway for several years near Lagrangian point L5, was completed yesterday. The first wave of immigration will be centered around scientists and engineers who will spend 14 months performing checks and gathering data. Immigration is scheduled to be open to the general public in 3 years' time. Okay. The headline reads, Long envisioned colony complete. New era for mankind begins. A Dyson sphere is a solar panel half sphere around a star to harness its power into electrical energy. All right, well, then I was wrong. I was well off. How many articles has he got? This is a newspaper article from when I was rescued from the EMPS's survival ball 3 years ago. It was written 28 years after the one about Beyond's completion. The headline reads, 25-year lost voyage. Policenaut Ingram's miraculous return. This is a picture of me taken when I was a policenaut. I spent 25 years inside this thing waiting to be found. I've had cosmophobia ever since. I just can't go back out there anymore. I'll read some of the article. Policenaut Jonathan Ingram, presumed dead after an accident during a spacewalk in an EMPS prototype 25 years ago, has been rescued by the unmanned exploration vessel Propaganda. What a name. His miraculous survival is being attributed to the fact that he transferred himself to an equipped life pod at the time of the accident and remained in cold sleep the entire time. He's gathering attention as a living example of the effects of 25 years of cold sleep on the human body. It took over a year for my muscles to return to normal after I got back. So he's in a similar situation to Seed, to Gillian. Lost his memory, lost his wife. Oh, maybe he hasn't lost his memory. I shouldn't say that. So he had this accident in 2015, 9 years ago. Yes, because it's 2040. This is a relatively small article in a corner of the newspaper. Okay. What are you saying, Jonathan? It should have been bigger. Its previous caption of totalitarianism. This is a newspaper article about my accident that occurred during the EMPS spacewalk outside Beyond. It was written close to 25 years before the one about my rescue. This is a picture taken during the test spacewalk of the Yuri model EMPS. It was a prototype police suit for use outside the colony, the successor to NASA's MMU. This image was taken from a camera aboard a nearby space shuttle. This was me and the Yuri as we were released from the hangar. Okay. The headline reads, EMPS prototype malfunctions, Policenaut Ingram missing. This is a picture of me taken around the time of the accident. I'll read some of the article. Oh man, I was hoping not to do as much reading. And then I read, oh wait, it's in Japanese for starters. A malfunction occurred in the vernier thrusters of the Yuri EMPS prototype during a test spacewalk of the device yesterday. The Yuri had been scheduled to be used by the policenauts outside the colony. The EMPS has since vanished without a trace. The Yuri is equipped with a survival ball, but because an SOS signal can't be isolated, the chances of test pilot Jonathan Ingram being found alive are thought to be slim. The official tests have been scheduled for tomorrow. I remember what Salvatore said. Whatever you do, don't screw this up. Whatever you do, don't screw this up, Johnny boy. Everyone back home's going to be watching. There were still a lot of people opposed to space development back then. It all happened so fast. Before I knew it, the four of them were gone. Everything after that's a blur. Next time I opened my eyes, I was lying on a hospital bed. Also be sure to save often, speaking from experience. Ooh. Alright, save early, save often. That we can do that for sure. This is a newspaper article reporting on the success of the first manned mission to Mars. I took part in it while undergoing my policenauts training. It was written the year before the article about the EMPS accident. The newspaper is the paper of the CIS, the Commonwealth of Independent States. There's a picture of me encountering a Mars rover on the surface. It was sent to Mars with the Mars 96 mission. I'll read some of the article. The 4 astronauts, among them Policenaut Jonathan Ingram, of the collaborative Mars project between Russia, America and Japan, touched down on the Red Planet yesterday. This new chapter in space history comes 40 years after man first set foot on the moon. Right. You've beaten the game probably like 3 or... Oh, there we go. Had to read all that for things to happen.
今日は運がいい。こんな早い時間に客が来るとは。どうぞ。鍵はかかっていない。
ジョナサン、久しぶり。
ロレイン。
そう、私よジョナサン、28年ぶりね。
今頃どうして？
私おばさんになったでしょ。あなたは変わらないわ、あの頃のまま。
Weird thing to say.
ロレイン、なぜ今になって俺のところに？
許してもらおうなんて思ってないわ。厚かましいのも分かってる。でも頼れる人がいないの、あなたしか。
何があったんだ？
助けてほしいの、私の夫が大変なことに。
分かった。さあ入って。
いいえ、ここで結構よ。あなたにこんな姿見られたくはないもの。
じゃあロレイン、いや依頼人さん、とにかく話だけでも聞こうか。
Can you feel me? All right. There you go. I guess we can just click on Lorraine. Oh, we can look at her. No doubt about it. It's really her. That necklace couldn't have been cheap. Yeah, it's pearl. I thought it wasn't easy getting hold of pearls and beyond. That's right. They haven't had any success with culturing pearls there, and the number produced on home continues to drop every year. Jonathan, don't look at me like that. I'm 55 now. Please don't look at me that way. I just want to look at your gloves. I want you to remember me the way I was when we were together. All right, let's talk. Hey, Lorraine? Yeah? Ask about her request. Why don't we get to it then?
で、君の夫がどうしたって？
夫の北条健三が3週間前、会社に出かけたきり行方不明なの。会社や警察に問い合わせても誰も取り合ってくれないの。
それで地球へ？
嫌な予感がするの。何かあったに違いないわ。
蒸発とかじゃ？
蒸発なんて考えられない。この地球ならともかくコロニーで行方不明だなんて、きっと何かの事件に。
脅迫みたいなものは？
いえ、何も。まるで神隠しにあったみたい。
金目当ての誘拐ではなさそうだ。
So, you want me to look for him? Please, help my husband. Ask about her family. You have any kids, Lorraine? I have a daughter. Her name's Karen. Ask about her daughter. Where's your daughter live? Karen is a news anchor on Beyond. A news anchor, huh? She's pretty famous there. 1969 moon landing, 2009 Mars landing. I wonder if the character designer worked somehow with Tsukasa Hojo. It had little to do to turn Jonathan into a Ryo Saber from City Hunter. Well, depending on who came first, Saber may be an influence on it. Like that Kojima and Co don't mind wearing their influences on their sleeves. What's Beyond like these days? Beyond's different. A lot different. You wouldn't recognize it either. Everything's settled down there. It's pretty much like any ordinary city now.
君が再婚した北条ってどんな人物なんだ？
北条は日系2世で、あの徳川グループの徳川製薬に勤める技術者よ。生真面目で勤勉で、とても悪いことなんかできない人。そうだ、写真持ってきたの。これが彼の写真よ。
なるほど。どう見ても悪人には見えないな。幸せそうじゃないか。
He also looks old as balls.
ええ。この写真預かってくださるわよね。
強引だな。
Ask about her marriage to Hojo. How'd you guys meet? I moved to Beyond right after you went missing. After how much you hated it, I just wanted to be closer to you any way I could. I met Kenzo at that Nihonjin Matsuri run by Tokugawa. Nihonjin Matsuri? It's a festival for Japanese people on Beyond. So why were you there? I have Japanese blood too, remember? This is a plot point that she's half Japanese. The conglomerate's reach doesn't stop at Beyond. They essentially run space, and Joseph Sadawaki Tokugawa runs the group. He's just as well known on home as he is out there. If Hojo's a Tokugawa employee, I suppose we can't totally rule out he was kidnapping. Oh, you're about to explain it, Wassy. Oh, sorry, they beat you to it. You can get good money out of that, I'd imagine. No one on Beyond would even think of messing with Tokugawa. They're too afraid of the retaliation. It wouldn't be worth it. Talk about yourself, sure. Alright, well, why don't I tell you about what's been going on with me? I've been working as a private investigator for the past few years. As you've probably guessed, finding work can be a bit of a struggle, but I'm managing. I see. That's good to hear. Talk about old LA.
俺たちがいたあの頃から30年近く経っているが、何も変わっちゃいない。本当のロスは北に移転しちまったがな。ただ、たまに今日みたいに雪が降るんだ。異常気象らしい。
Ah. City hunter all over the place, eh?
ロスに雪が降るなんて。
例の地下鉄もスラム化が進んだんで廃止になってる。
ビヨンドの発展とは対照的ね。
ここは時代から取り残されたところだからな。
This island is also very close to a client of Tsukasa Hojo in a TV special City Hunter. Only other interesting thing I found the character designer did was Space Mambo, the MSX. Character designer is Kuroshita Tamaru. Okay. Talk about work. On home, kidnappings are becoming almost as frequent as rapes and robberies. Trafficking people is more profitable than drugs or prostitution now. That's terrible. It's surprising to hear about a case like yours these days. Oh, and Snatch. Fair enough. So you'll help me? I need to hear more about the situation first. So this is Hojo. I actually don't have that many pictures of him. I'm sure it'll come in useful. He looks like the type of guy Sadawaki would get along with. Okay, let's ask about Tokugawa. They took advantage of the space development boom more than anyone. They essentially have the power to shape space's economy however they want. Is there a second wave of Japan bashing going on there? No, it's just the opposite. Thanks to Tokugawa, the colony's economy is flourishing. But everything else is another story. Okay. Oh, ask about her request. No, let's just wrap it around. Please help my husband. If it turns out Tokugawa's involved, that could complicate things. It's just the three of us, my husband, my daughter, and me. A loving husband, a successful daughter, must be nice. Jonathan. She'll be 27 soon. She's still single. Hard to believe you have a 26-year-old daughter. His design is now completely different from what he produced here. I am 55 now, remember? Beyond will be celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. Things have slowly gone downhill over the years, though. You're always looking over your shoulder wherever you go now, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I read you. It's always been that way in the city. And like I was saying, Tokugawa's influence is everywhere. You could practically call the entire colony one big business. Everyone will tell you Beyond Coast policy is a major issue today. While the world's politicians are publicly declaring that Beyond, as it exists today, poses both economic and security risks to outer space, at the same time, they're clearly interested in cozying up to Tokugawa for obvious reasons. Okay. You notice anything unusual about your husband before he disappeared? All the years I knew him, he'd been your typical company employee. He'd get up, leave for work, then come walking through the door at the end of the day. Same schedule, day in, day out. Quite a change from my hours. But the past few months he'd become more unpredictable, you might say. You can't really draw anything concrete from that. You think he'd become involved in something though? That's my gut feeling, yeah. If there were indications of some sort of trouble beforehand, the chances of it being a ransom kidnapping are pretty slim. He'd become angry and frightened. It wasn't like him. I've never seen him break down like that before. So you're saying someone might have been targeting him for some reason? He never told me what was going on, whatever it was. Forgive me, Jonathan. I couldn't have survived on my own. I was lonely. I wanted someone to be there. That's when Kenzo came along. Also, you can get remarried if your husband disappears into space. That's fine. You know, gotta presume he's dead. That's fair. They took advantage of the space development. Oh, we did that. Okay. Oh, we can't ask about the marriage anymore. Right. Ask about clues.
ロレイン、君の勘だけではわからないな。何か手がかりになるようなもの。
北条から預かっているものがあるの。カプセル剤と葉の切れ端なんだけど。なんだかわからないけど、重要なものらしいわ。
カプセルと葉か。
自分に何かあったら、これを警察か信用のできる人のところへ届けるようにって。
信用のできる人か。
ね。蒸発なんかじゃないでしょ。
Mysterious. No, it's cheating if you find other people attractive. If you have eyes, it's cheating.
まだその手がかりの品を見せてもらってはいないが、他に何か手がかりは？
口癖のように言ってたことがあるの。プラトーに何かあるって。
プラトーに何かある。
ラット。
何のことだろう。どっちからでもいいが、それは？
これがそのカプセルよ。
何の薬だろう。
わからないの。
徳川製薬に関係するものだろうか。
これ預かってくださる？
Morning Retro Hitch. How you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Will you try and get them analyzed? Sure.
じゃあもう一つのその葉の切れ端ってのは？
これがその葉よ。見たことのない葉だわ。
しかしなぜ半分なんだろう。
最初から半分だったわ。預かってくださる？それ。
Wastian, it is shrinking a little bit. It is actually removing options that we can't ask about anymore, which is good. I like that. Like, the capsules are gone from the list. It's been patched. I forget if it's in English on PS4. It has been patched. This is the fan translation of it. Yeah, it was never in English on anything. It was Japanese, Saturn, PSX, etc. So you can get it analyzed. We're the analyzer man. Plato. Could he have said Pluto? To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. We still haven't been to Pluto, though.
依頼の内容については君の話で大体分かった。確かにただの蒸発じゃなさそうだ。
Oh, the meat's the
ジョナサン、引き受けてくれるわよね。お金なら心配しないで。お金はドル？円？
待ってくれ、ロレイン。
Ooh, should we just decline? You thinking of Satcher on Sega CD? Yes, that was translated. Back in the day.
ロレイン、即答はできないが、考えておくよ。
ジョナサン、引き受けてくれるんじゃ。
悪いが、しばらく考えさせてくれないか。今日のところは。
そうね。
Oh.
すまない。これは預かっておくよ。
わかった。また来るわ。 週末までビバリーヒルズのホテルニューローズにいます。いつでも連絡して。ジョナサン、私許してもらおうなんて思ってない。あなたの帰りを待ちきれなかったの。ごめんなさい。
Why don't you wait for me for 30 years?
あなたが救出された時私心から嬉しかった。もっと早かったらすぐにでもあなたのところへ飛んで行けたのに。それが言いたかった。
ロレイン、ここへはどうやって？
ホテルで車借りたの。クラシックな感じ。
Forgive her for, getting married after he disappeared in space for over 20 years. And you prefer this one, Retro Hitch? That's interesting. I've beaten Snatcher twice. We just did Snatcher, as you can tell by the overlay. I've never beaten this one, so we'll see what we think at the end.
じゃあ
This is crazy.
ロレイン、俺も会いたかった。もっと早くに。
ロレイン、車から離れろ。
Oh shit, that just escalated.
奴はどこへ行った？
Flesh wound. Oh, ah.
撃ってきやがった。
Oh, this is how we aim. There we go. Way to shoot, I think. Oh, Retro Hitch, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Ah. How do we reload? Fine, okay. Come on.
感触はあったな。言えない。早く行け。
Reload.
どこに隠れた？
He's running. Who will be first? Debbie does them all. He's going down the alley. Come
路
on.
地へ逃げ込んだな。逃がさんぞ。
Remember to save often, yes. I think they just saved for me. Oh, time crisis, that does take me back. Oh, let's go to Lorraine. If I go back there, he'll get away. Okay, sorry, Lorraine. Okay, here we go. Oh, Hysteric Moon has redeemed games in here. Must have missed you somehow. Let me fix that right now. There you go. Well, we're big fans of Hysteric Moon here, don't we?
奴はどこへ逃げた？足の速い奴だ。それほど時間は経ってないはずだ。くそ、 足跡が追えない。ここには雪が入ってこなかったのか。
The snow didn't stick, hey?
地面に何かこぼれている。
Please wait.
牛乳のような白い血。人工血液なのか。
It's like riding. I'll go back to the street to get away. I'm trying to get to Lorraine. I swear to God. This is blood. It leads further back. It's a dumpster. There's just enough room for someone to hide behind it, or maybe even in it. Someone's placed some garbage bags next to it. Maybe it's full. It's a concrete wall. Okay, let's just look around. He might be hiding in there. Okay. Alright, I'll check out that hollow on the right while I'm at it. I know it's the damn bishop bottles. Not here. I'll keep on going. Fuck. Where is he? More blood? He must be around here. Yeah, it's good graffiti. This is the dumpster I saw before. Jesus, I can smell it from here. There's a drum up ahead. What about a drum circle? The wall's got pipes going up and down it. These pipes. They have barbed wire on them. I doubt anyone could climb them. These garbage bags have been placed next to the dumpster. They're made out of biodegradable plastic. Oh, that's good. The plastic has started to decompose. They must have been here a while. It looks like the bags are full of old food. Lovely. Have a look at the blood? He's losing a hell of a lot. The trail stops here, meaning he can't be far away. He has to be around here. Let me check some more. This is where his blood stops too. Oh, okay. We'll look some more. He certainly could be in there. There's something about it, actually. I'd better be careful around there. It matches up exactly with where the blood stops. Son of a bitch, I can't see a thing. That other doorway is a possibility too. It's too dark to make out anything from here. I'll have to get closer to check it out. It looks like it's full of garbage. There don't seem to be any bloodstains on it. Okay, can we advance now? Aha. These are wooden boxes filled with empty bottles. They'd be the perfect size for someone to hide behind. Oh, hello.
Yes, sir.
How did he change doors? He's got Scooby-Doo powers. I love how quick that reload is. Reload! Reload! Oh, come on. There we go. He's off again.
なぜだ。手応えはあったはずだ。奴は不死身なのか。
Probably not. He's got artificial blood. Food, garbage. You probably have a fully cooked chicken in there. If I know my beat them up truck is good to heal. Let's dig in. Might be the final fight roast chicken under a bin. Yum, yum. How good is the music? Alright, let's advance. I'm not going to let you get away. So the character designer has a Twitter account. Oh, cool.
恐ろしく足の速いやつだ。
What does that say, Jonathan?
この先は行き止まりのはず。地面に何か書いてある。これは文字のようだ。なめた野郎だ。挑戦状のつもりか。
Considering you're bleeding all over the place, maybe you aren't going to kill me. He left this message for me. He should still be around here, though. He wrote this in his own blood. The guy's a psycho. Okay. There are more wooden boxes here. These are empty, though. Doesn't look like he's here. There's a concrete wall. I don't see anywhere he could hide. I don't think he'd hide in the same place twice. I don't think he can climb this. Even if he used the boxes as a foothold, he still wouldn't get anywhere. More boxes here too. There's enough room to hide behind these. This wall goes all the way back. There's nowhere he could hide. Maybe he's a Tipex delivery boy. There's nowhere to hide anyway. There aren't any places to hide here. I can't see very well, but I'm pretty sure there's a dead end up ahead. If he comes running down here, I'll have a perfect shot at him. Okay, that means keep looking. It seems to mean keep looking. Don't think he can climb this. Only places to hide here. See, the Snatcher interface has just a list of verbs, or a list of commands, however you want to put it. Whereas this does let you pixel hunt. Ooh, there you go. Look, shoulder buttons. Okay. And you can climb this. There's nowhere to hide here at all. It's a dead end up ahead. I just don't get it. There's nowhere he could have gone. Oh yes, pixel hunting. We're doing that for sure. God damn. Oh. Sure, let's save.
雪が止んだわ。よかった。またあなたと一緒に星が見られた。会いたかったわ。この28年間。
ロレイン、
その時計まだしてくれてるのね。
時間にルーズな俺に君がくれたものだ。
私たちの時間は止まっていたのに。ジョナサン、お願い。カレンは病気なの。助けてあげて。カレンは。
ロレイン、ロレイン、ロレイン、
知り合いか。
友人だ。古い。
かわいそうにビヨンドから来たんだろう。
いや、戻ってきたんだ。戻ってきたんだ、俺のところに。
Hey, Silent Meowth, how you doing? Welcome in. Playing Policenauts. We've just started.
本日は ASL797 便をご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。当機はグラビティターンに移り、順調にビヨンドコーストへの軌道を飛行しております。なお、これより先は無重量状態となりますので、ご気分の悪くなられた方はウィンドウ脇の呼び出しボタンを押してお近くのスチュワーデスまでご連絡ください。
どうしたんですか？気分が悪いようですね。
宇宙は苦手で。
宇宙酔いですか？珍しいな。宇宙は初めて？
いや、昔事故で宇宙を漂流して、それで宇宙恐怖症に。
それは大変ですね。スチュワーデスに行って薬をもらったらどうです？コールボタンなら壁の赤いスイッチですよ。
いや、まだ大丈夫。
気を紛らわすには話すのが一番です。隣に座ったのも何かの縁です。 よろしく。私はレッドウッドです。
ああ、イングラムです。よろしく。
I do love it. It does transition rather seamlessly. Time stop. Yes. Love the newer point and click adventure where you can highlight hotspots. It sounds like Japanese writing for sure. Close from Hokuto no Ken too. Yeah. Right. Jonathan's sweating. They let him smoke on the plane though. There you go. What's that crest on your jacket? This? It's the Policenauts crest. Back in 2040, we're allowed to smoke in space, yes. The Policenauts? They're from back in the day. Yeah, why, if you've got cosmophobia, why would you still wear your I was a spaceman jacket? What sort of badge is that? Oh, just this thing I have. Kind of a good luck charm. Also, I like impersonating police officers. He's got a really pale complexion. Why is your skin that color? Because of my artificial blood. My red blood cells are actually white. White blood. I use first generation artificial blood, which is less complex than the third generation kind you see on home. Oh my god. He looks awkward to talk to. You mind if we talk? Ask about his background. About your skin color. It's really like that because of the artificial blood all the time? It's always like this. Yes. Are you from beyond? Yes. I was born and raised there. I had a family matter to attend to on home. And yourself? Are you a terrestrial? Not exactly. I used to be an amphibian. You know, going back and forth between home and beyond. An amphibian? You were one of the amphibians? It was a long time ago. Back then we were called astronauts. Japanese writing in the sense of dying in your friend's arms and talking some poetic last words. I'm happy I can see the stars while dying in your arms, yes. And then going, Lorraine! No! It might not make much sense to terrestrials, but beyond is home to me. First generation artificial blood. Are you military? Something like that, yes. I am a frozener after all. You must be a pretty busy guy. Not really, no. After all, space has been at peace the entire century. Ask about Beyond. Beyond is a very nice place. It has 1G artificial gravity and its own plant life. Terrestrials enjoy it a lot there too. If you want detailed information, you should talk to the stewardess. If you're on an info dump, talk to the stewardess, please. What do you mean by frozener? A frozener is someone created from an artificially fertilized egg held in cryogenic storage by the government. Or the breeders, as some people call them. The egg is later transferred to a surrogate mother for gestation and delivery. Oh yeah, I've heard a little about them. There's still a severe shortage of manpower in space development. You sound like I'm boring you. Ask about artificial blood, why not? What does having artificial blood do for somebody? Artificial blood has a higher oxygen transportation efficiency than normal blood, so it makes heavy blood loss less of a life-threatening condition. The body's functions aren't negatively affected in areas of low oxygen density either. Yeah, that's perfect for people working in space. When are we going to arrive? We're about 1/3 of the way there. A Policenauts photo? Why am I not surprised? It's about as rare as that crest. You must have a real thing for them. I see you injured your arm. Did it happen on the job? I just burned it a little. Must be painful. The best environment for treating a burn is zero gravity. Sure. Do you like motorcycles? Redwood? There's a button to call the stewardess and a button for the TV there. Oh, let's watch TV. Let's see what's on the tube. Karen.
こんにちは。ニュースオーダーの時間です。現在ビヨンド内でのナーク中毒者が急増しております。事態を重く見た BCP ではビヨンドでのナーク根絶を図るため特別チームを編成。ホームからのナーク流入ルートの解明を急いでいるとのことです。ナークはアヘンから作られる合成麻薬で、モルヒネ型依存症状と LSD などの幻覚誘発症状をも兼ね備えた麻薬の帝王と言われるものです。宇宙推進事業団によりますと、宇宙開発におけるナークの依存度は 30% を超えると報告されており、宇宙でのナーク中毒者は増加の傾向にあるとの見解に達しております。以上 BBC からお伝えしました。
There you go. She's good at her job. By the way, your mum's dead, Karen.
BBC どこのテレビ局だろう。
今のはビヨンドのテレビ番組ですよ。
Oh, that
ビヨンド
BBC.
コーストブロードキャスティング、つまり BBC ね。
Must be a Japanese thing because it's, Beyond Coast Broadcasting, so it should be BCB. Oh well. Sometimes this type of writing sticks out because it looks stiff and cliche and not very human-like. I suspect many Japanese writers, and writers in general, do not have experienced many things by themselves, so they rely on tropes to write. Yeah, for sure. It's a cliche. I mean, it's a cliche for a reason, though. It gets used a lot for a reason, which is if you write a good line when, your ex-wife from 30 years ago is dying in your arms, then it can really hit home. Not sure about the stars, but, Should we turn the TV again? Let's give it another look.
それでは次のニュース。今全世界的に移植用臓器が不足しています。
Oh, there's a shortage.
宇宙開発における宇宙環境の影響により人体へのさまざまな障害が起こっています。無重力状態や宇宙船などにより臓器の疾患、異常が急増しており、このままでは十分な移植が賄えないとドナー不足に対する大きな不安が寄せられています。宇宙推進事業団ではホームの移植後進国などにドナーネットワークへの加入を呼びかけています。以上 BBC からお伝えしました。
And one of those countries said, Karen. That the voice 2040. Yeah, maybe. I'll call the stewardess over. Let's talk to her. Let's do lots more talking.
はい、どうなさいましたか？顔色が悪いですね。宇宙酔いですか？
あ
緊張なさらないで気を楽にしてください。
あ、ありがとう。
何か私にできることございますか
？You're really cute. Your face is a little chubby though. In zero gravity, your blood collects in the upper half of your body, causing your face to swell a little. It's called moon face. Right. Yeah, Jonathan's got the best lines. I think I'm going to enjoy my trip if there are girls as beautiful as you there. I'll take that as a compliment. Smooth. Miss? Yes? Ask about Beyond. Beyond Coast, mankind's first space colony was completed in 2010. If only. Since immigration was opened to the general public in 2013, the colony's population has grown to approximately 1 million people. Considering we got like nearly 8 billion, 1 million wouldn't really ease the pressure on Earth very much, would it? Oh, you remember that, Wassy? No, of course. I was too busy buying a house in 2013 to worry about space stations. Nearly 1/3 of the current population is comprised of second-generation inhabitants. Let's go outside, sure. Well, first of all, the colony is a cylinder type. It's 6.5 kilometers in diameter and 32 kilometers in length. It makes one complete rotation every 2 minutes, creating artificial gravity virtually equal to that of Earth's 1G. The colony's surfaces and mirrors are divided into 3 sections around its central axis, with each section having an area of 90 square kilometres. It's the first and last O'Neill type colony. There you go, O'Neill cylinder. If I recall correctly, the Saturn version also has a touch option here. Nikamani, the PlayStation version has the touch option in lots of places, and I will not be using it. We're role-playing Jonathan as not a criminal. It's not hard to get this game, so if people want to run around harassing all the female characters, be my guest. Actually, maybe don't be my guest. Don't do that. Beyond isn't as far from Earth as some people think. It's approximately 380,000 kilometers from Earth, which is about the same as the distance between Earth and the Moon. The medical definition of Space Adaptation Syndrome, or SAS, is the symptoms one experiences during adaptation. Gosh. See, I want to say adaptation, but they're saying adaptation. It's disgusting. Do you get scolded by the stewardess if you use the touch option? No, not exactly. Well, I hope she stands up for herself. It varies from person to person, but over 50% of people develop symptoms within 1 to 2 hours of entering weightlessness. That's what people tend to be most curious about. By changing the angles of its 3 solar mirrors, Beyond is able to create the effect of a day-night cycle and maintain a mild temperature all year round. Its climate is virtually identical to that of the west coast of the United States. That's the other reason it's called Beyond Coast. Because West Side. West Coast, best coast. Arrival time. How much longer will it be until we arrive? We're not far from Beyond now. Oh, I keep not going through enough menus. Its environment isn't as alien as some people expect. It's an almost perfect recreation of Earth. It has artificial clouds, various forms of precipitation, homelessness, capitalism, and even wind as well. Bit awkward that you did that, yeah, fair enough. The partial pressures of the oxygen and carbon dioxide in its atmosphere are also the same. I can go over it again, sure, okay. It looks like the very first interaction you have in Phantasy Star 2. In the library, you get to learn about story, climate, energy, mother brain. Yes, good comparison. But also, Kojima just loves info dumps. And so in later games, you'd have a codec call or a cutscene and just dump it on you. But in Snatcher and Policenauts, you have to ask your way through. So we could skip some of this, I think. Or at least just click through it quickly. But, what are we here for? We're here for the lore. Much was revealed about the nature of SAS after the turn of the century. The previously held barony theory was rejected, with the cause of SAS now said to be a vestibular disorder. The vestibular system undergoes a paralysis, throwing off one's centre of balance. It's called the vestibular disorder theory. It states that several organs that perceive gravity are involved in this disruption, not just the otoliths of the inner ear. God. Treatment. We're here to click on every single choice. I'd play that way too, yes, for sure. Generally speaking, the most effective form of treatment available would be to give an intramuscular injection of promethazine. But because SAS varies from person to person, there are currently no medications capable of alleviating all its symptoms. While it's somewhat rudimentary, keeping your head as still as possible will reduce a lot of the discomfort. I'd be in big trouble then. Symptoms include dizziness, cold sweats, vomiting, headache and fatigue, and are often accompanied by a false feeling of falling over that doesn't occur in normal motion sickness. The longest they last is about 2 days, however, so I think you should be feeling better pretty soon. I don't get motion sickness, my middle brother does, so I'm glad I don't. We used to do long car trips and he'd have to sit at the front or lose his lunch. There is no hydrostatic pressure in zero gravity, so much of your bodily fluids collect in the upper half of your body in an attempt to evenly distribute them. When this happens, your body thinks the amount of blood in the bloodstream has increased, causing the brain to send a message to the kidneys. Basically, you end up having to urinate more often. There are efforts underway to try and control this misperception in the brain through methods like biofeedback and yoga. Like, this is, I do really love, because I've played some of this, I haven't ever beaten it myself. I really love how in-depth they go to say that space actually fucking sucks. Well, maybe that's not the way to say it. We are not built for space. And, you know, what they're saying is true. Like, there's organ failure, cosmic rays, all that sort of shit. We're not built for space. So, you know, we need a lot of technological help if we're ever getting up there. It's horrible. I'm weak to motion sickness in the car. I can't look at my phone for long or read anything in the magazine. Oh, yeah, that's rough. The focus stuff. Ask about the plane. Oh my God. So many things to ask about the plane. Of course. Normally we would spend the night in an Earth orbiting space station and then travel the rest of the way in an orbital transfer vehicle. But this is a direct flight to Beyond. It takes about 2 days. So we'll be there soon. In accordance with stricter space debris regulations, the plane doesn't eject waste out into space like before. So you won't get the chance to see any space fireflies like Project Mercury's astronaut Glenn or Milky Ways like Aurora 7's astronaut Carpenter. White blood seems convenient, probably prevents many problems in space. Yes, I think that's the whole idea about it. Space food has vastly improved over the years and is actually quite tasty now. Following the latest trends on Earth, we even offer Japanese cuisine as well. However, because flavours aren't preserved very well under low air pressure, we don't bother using any exotic flavourings in our food. The fuel tank, which contains liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, is considerably big, so there's only enough seating space for 30 people, including crew. I've noticed it's extremely quiet on board. The walls of the plane are reinforced with piezoelectric elements. They cancel out the noise from the plane by bending in the opposite direction of the vibrations outside. That's why it was so quiet when we were leaving the atmosphere, was it? We've asked about the arrival time. Okay, ask Vincent. You think you can give me something for my stats? I think you'll be alright. We'll be arriving at Beyond shortly. Well, let's listen to her. It's okay, I'll pass. He went very far to build his word, he did. Flirt. If you're free, how about showing a stranger around Beyond? I don't know if that's such a good idea. I'm trying to do my job here, you know. Okay. You recognize this photo? Yes, I've seen it in textbooks. They were Beyond's original cops. You're going to Beyond to learn about the Policenauts, are you? There's an exhibit on the Policenauts at the Astronauts Memorial Museum. You ever seen the man in this photo before? Are they family members of yours? Okay. Let her go. Is there anything else I can do for you? Thanks a lot. You're welcome. Call me again if you need anything. It was a long conversation. You seem to be apprehensive about going to Beyond. No, not really. You'll be fine when you get there. There's artificial gravity and nice clean air. It truly is a wonderful place. I'm sure you'll have a great time.
少し眠ったらどうです？何かあれば起こしてあげますよ。
それじゃあ。
Wish I could sleep like that anywhere, let alone on a plane. Can't sleep on planes, buses, whatever.
お疲れ様でした。当機は間もなくビヨンドコースト宇宙港に到着いたします。到着ロビーにて国際宇宙検疫制度に従った消毒殺菌、入国手続きをお願いいたします。なお、ただいまジュースと食塩錠剤をお配りしております。フライト中に体外へ流出した体液を補給するようご利用ください。本日は当 ASL のスペースプレーンをご利用いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。またのご利用をお待ちしております。まもなくビヨンド宇宙港に接岸します。
So I've looked up things about the character designer. I only found one manga one-shot he did besides his design of Konami games. The manga chapter was even published in Shonen Jump. But it's apparently so obscure that I can't find information on it, and even my last line of defense, the Japanese Media Arts Database, which I think is a government-funded project, didn't yield anything. I only got a pic of a shonen table of contents from his Twitter. Oh, there you go. Keeping himself to himself, I suppose. Let's go beyond.
Beyond Coast 天と地が一つに見えるところ、ここは本当のあの世ビヨンドかもしれん。地球でのネゴシエーター特権もここでは通用しまい。一人で北条の行方を探すのは困難かもしれない。エド・ブラウンに協力を仰ぐのが賢明だろう。奴なら快く引き受けてくれるはずだ。エドはビヨンド警察 BCP にいる。奴も50代半ばのはず。ポリスノーツ時代からだからきっと BCP でも出世してるに違いない。念のためにポリスノーツ時代の写真とロレインの写真を持ってきた。何かの役に立つかもしれない。BCP はこの宇宙港の近くにあるはず。まずはエドを探しに BCP へ急ごう。
Act 1, so from now on there'll be more open world. It's not so much more open world, I mean, it's more, we're going to have more choices of where to go. It's going to be less linear. There's a jumbo TV screen showing news from BCB. It's a space plane pilot. Active amphibians can adapt to a 1G environment almost right away. How are you feeling, Jonathan? They look like they're waiting for a flight. There's passengers everywhere. Space is within reach of the common man now. Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. But yes, reality gets in the way. It's a board displaying information about space plane departures and arrivals. I can't get over how many flights there are. There's passengers everywhere. Space, yep, okay. So what can we do? Let's move. Go to Hojo's house first or BCP? Having played lots of Final Fantasy VII, we're looking for a guy named Hojo is a bit weird. I'd like to check out Hojo's place, but I've no idea where it is. Fair.
よし、BCP へ急ごう。ここが BCP か。さあ、エドに会えるといいな。
These are police suits BCP uses? They look like something you take to war. It says Beyond Coast Police Department. Blue sky. Can't look at the blue sky. These are police cars they're using nowadays? They don't look any different from ones on home. These are more my thing than the suits. Can we talk to these guys? Nope. Looks like the entrance. Alright. Guess I'll head inside.
ここが BCP のロビーか。広いんだな。
おい、あんた、何の用だい？被害届でも出すのかい？
The call girl, a staple of modern society. You're not from around here? Want to get away from here, baby? Real good price, I promise. Let me guess, undercover. I thought I smelled something. It's a BCP cop. He looks like the receptionist. Maybe I'll try asking this guy about Ed. It's a map of Beyond Coast. The place looks like some kind of control room. Looks like Robocop type of police station with a call girl and all. Yeah, good comparison.
ああ、いいかな。
俺はジョナサン・イングラム。地球で探偵をしてる。
それでビヨンドまでわざわざどうしたんだい？
昔ここに勤務してたことがある。
へえ、本当かい？
Come on, Bob.
ぶち込まれてたってわけじゃないだろうな。
警官をしてたんだ。当時の旧友に会いに来た。
なるほど。同窓会でもしようってわけか。それで話してみな。
Ask about security on Beyond. There's a crime situation here these days. I didn't even come here to ask me that. Whatever. It's been 30 years. What do you expect? They try to tell you it's a safe place and everything, but in reality, Beyond's the same as any major city on home. Thanks to the follow side of Mage 87. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. See her there? Comes with the territory. That's what happens when any large group of people live together. And when the city turns dirty, so must the cops. Just like Lorraine said. It's about BCB. BCB? You know, I do have a job to do here. No sympathy, huh? It's been over 20 years since this place got started. Times change. AP does all the real work nowadays. They're the ones that hit the street. Old cops like me get the desk work. AP. AP stands for Advanced Police. It's the elite unit the chief created. It employs the latest EMPS as well as frozeners. EMPS are police suits developed by Tokugawa Heavy Industries and BCP for use in and around the colony. EMPS stands for Extravehicular Mobility Police Suit. The things out front, right? Yeah, I saw them. Those are the Goddard model. They're the guys born from the fertilized eggs the government's got. Normally they get sent to the military, but the chief uses them in AP too. Yeah, they use that white artificial blood, right? Ask about Ed. I'm here to see Ed Brown. You know, the former Policenaut. Ed? Ed Brown? That's who you're here to see? Jesus, you came all the way from home to see him? He's down the junkyard. In real world, you'd probably ask to stop asking so many questions there is work to. Yes. In real world, it'd be just like, hi, I'm here to see Ed Brown, and then you're off on with your day. Yeah, Vice. BCP's dump. He's in charge there. You tell me if you've ever seen this man anywhere? What's it have to do with anything? I thought you were here to see Ed. Ask about Vice. You said Vice? If guys like us have the BS work, you can imagine the fun they have. AP handles just about everything they're used to do. I don't know why they still call it Vice. It's down in the basement, the cave as we call it. The cave? It's dark, smelly, and weird stuff grows on the walls. That's what Ed does now? They are quite civil. What a good receptionist this guy is. Okay.
助かったよ。
その言葉は風紀課に行ってからにした方がいいぜ。
どうして？
聞かなかった方が良かったかもな。立ちの落ちぶれた姿は見たくないもんだ。
Let's go to Vice.
地下だな、風紀課は。
あんた、エドに伝えてくれ。早くやめちまいなって。いつまでもただ飯食らってると惨めだってな。
俺は便利屋じゃない。言いたけりゃ自分の口で言うんだな。
Bit of inter-office politics happening here? Yeah, tell him yourself.
ここが噂に名高い風紀課か。なるほど。優遇されてる部署とは思えんな。
Is that Ed? I can't make out the face. He's eating a hamburger. I remember me and Ed used to hit the fast food joints all the time. You hungry or something? Forget it. Don't even ask. They don't look like the APs the guy in the lobby was talking about. Their complexions are normal. You got a minute? Is this Vice? Is that somebody snoring? What do you want? This is the basement. Toilet's upstairs. She's quite a tall woman. Must be at least 6 feet. Yeah, they can't be APs. She's the biggest woman I've seen since I got here. What is it? Something about my hair? Maybe I'll try you instead. This is the Vice unit, right? What's it to you? Yeah, that's it, all right. Hey, Ed. He's out cold. Unbelievable. Ed, wake up. Yo, Ed, get up, damn it. Wish I could just openly nap at my desk. Jeez.
居眠りするにはまだ早いぜ。
ジョナサン。
30年も先回りしやがって。
ジョナサン。ジョナサン・イングラムか。懐かしいな。
エドも元気そうだな。
ジョナさん、よく来てくれた。ゆっくりしてってくれ。この通り俺の方は暇を持て余してる。そうだ、ビヨンドでも案内しようか。
エド、違うんだ。実は頼みがあってきたんだ。
頼み？
ああ、助けが欲しい。俺の捜査に協力してくれ。ロレインの夫、徳川製薬の北条健三という男がこのビヨンドで行方不明になっている。俺はロレインの依頼でその北条の消息を追ってるんだ。エド？
ジョナさん、すまんがそういうことなら力にはなれん。
エド、ロレインが殺されたんだ。俺の目の前で。何か大きな事件に巻き込まれたに違いないんだ。
すまん、ジョナさん。
どうしちまったんだよ、エド。いつからそんなふぬけになった？
頭を冷やせ、ジョナさん。この一件は我々の担当ではない。ホームの警察に任せるのが一番だ。
エド？
ジョナさん、BCP で俺たちのことを何て呼ばれてるか知ってるか？ジャンク屋だ。ここはクズしか集まってこん。後がないんだ。
昔のエドはどこへ行ったんだ？俺の知ってるあのエドは。
ジョナサン、お前の知ってるエドは30歳も若いエドだ。今の俺は違う。守るべき家族もローンもある。年を取れば勇気もなくなる。失敗も恐れる。権力にも屈するようになるんだ。俺はゲイツのように器用ではない。
エド？
俺はここでこの汚い地下で机にしがみついているのが精一杯だ。今のこの地位もゲイツの情けだ。
分かった。それ以上言うな。
デカ長がやらないんなら私が手伝うわ。
メリルがやるって言うんなら僕もその話に乗った。
お前たちバカなこと言うな。こんなことが上にバレたら終わりだぞ。
終わりってデカ長、ここがその終わりなんじゃないの？
エド、俺は30年の間にいろんなものを失っちまった。ロレインも。だがこれで本当に全てを失っちまったってわけだな。無理を言ったな、エド。じゃあな。
なんてこった。あと3年だぞ。あと3年で無事定年だってのに。たくジョナサン、表だっては協力できんからな。
エド、
それから無茶はごめんだぞ。無茶は
分かってるさ、エド。心配するな。
お前の心配するなが一番心配なんだ。それからメリルにデイブ、お前らこの件には手を出すな。いいな。この件は俺の個人的な問題だ。
了解デカ長、手は出さないわ。
口は出すけどね。
たく、あ、ジョナサン、遅れたがこいつらを紹介しておく。メリルにデイブだ。メリルはホーム生まれのホーム育ち。元ハイテク特殊部隊フォックスハウンドの最後の隊員だ。あのザンジバーランド陥落に参加した。
道理で地球なまりがひどいと思った。
よろしく、ポリスノーツさん。
デイブはビヨンド生まれ、ビヨンド育ちのビヨンドだ。
よろしく、ジョナさん。テレストリアルは大歓迎だよ。ホームはいいものな。僕もホームの移住願いを申請中なんだ。
よろしく、メリルにデイブ。
さてジョナサン、どうしよ とりあえず BCP 内を案内しようか。お前もポリスノーツだったんだ。興味はあるだろ。
That's a good achievement there. You know that name of that haircut? Do you know that foxhound tattoo? Meryl. Oh, wrong button. You got a cute face. I can see a flirty side to you. Yes, very much MGS. He just looks almost exactly the same. You should ask the chief about the last guy who tried to hit on me. Meryl. Yeah? What is it? Ask about her. Why don't you tell me about yourself? That's a surprise. No one's ever said that to me before. Not in person, anyway. I'm mainly into bikes and combat. I like men, but not in that way. Of course, ever since I came here, half of me has disappeared. You can't ride bikes on the colony? Well, you can, but only electric ones. They don't let you import gas engine models. A bike's nothing without the speed. You wouldn't be much without the combat either, huh? You really want to know about me? You'll find out soon enough. Ugh. Ask about her past. So you're in the military on home? Why'd you join? Ask about her vice. Everyone in my family was in the military. Even my uncle. I guess that's why. I think they kind of hoped I would. Ask about vice. What's it like working here? Advice? Pretty boring. Catching johns and prostitutes with undercover stings. Basic patrols of the colony. That kind of stuff. What do you mean, boring? There's this big area for prostitution in the center of the colony called Kabuki Quarter. Tourists from home like to go there for the zero-gravity sex. We arrest them, they get out on bail, it's an endless cycle. I don't like it there because I got sass and some terrestrial. Why is it called Kabuki Quarter? There was this red light district in late 20th century Japan known as Kabukicho. There was an explosion in the number of cases of STBO in Japan back then. Kabukicho was hit particularly hard. So our friends packed up and moved things in. The rumors Tokugawa helped fund the place as a gesture towards his employees. I'm getting too much into the rabbit hole of the character designer's only manga. I found which magazine it was in, can't find digital copies, and even Mandrake doesn't have it. Maybe I'll ask my friends who are in Japan for 6 weeks so they can find it. You look like a mellow guy. Total opposite of most cops I've known. All my life, everyone's told me all I ever do is smile. Bug my teachers. Dave thinks he looks cool like this. Yeah? Ask about him. Why'd you become a cop? Well, as you know, I was born here on Beyond. I've never been outside the cylinder. I became a cop because I thought I could get a transfer to home. It takes time for Beyonds to obtain an immigration visa. Sometimes years. It's not easy either. All the checks they do. You're lucky, Jonathan. It's about advice. When I was a kid, Beyond was a safe place. That's why I decided to become a cop. I figured it wouldn't be a dangerous job. I had no idea. Sorry to hear that. Then all the dirtbags started showing up. Our job is to get rid of as many of the dirtbags as we can. I figured Lorraine was right. Is this the guy you're looking for? So that's Hojo. Doesn't look like the type who'd just leave everything and take off. Hey, she's that anchor on News, right? I've actually seen that show before, but I can't quite remember her face. Capsules? At least some kind of drugs? I've never seen a leaf like that before. Is it from home? I think the Policenauts are still cool. I don't care what anyone says. Well, let's show Meryl as well. So that's the guy who's gone missing. That must be his wife next to him, right? What's with this? Who's that next to you? Oh, it's just an old memento. We all have our past. You especially. It's like Dave was saying, she looks just like that anchor. Because it's her daughter. You have a cold or something? I'm not interested in plants, except for ones used for survival skills. You look so young here, Chief. Okay.
ヨナさん、それじゃあ BCP 内を案内しようか。
いいのか？
いいんだよ。お前を一人にする方が心配だ。びっくりするぞ。ここはホームの警察とはかなり違う。さあ、どこへ案内しよう。
Let's take it from the top.
ここが BCP の正面玄関のロビーだ。 大きさを無視すればホームの警察と大差はないはずだ。
整然としすぎてるがな。
Apparently these are Romanesque columns. Pretty nice, huh? The concept they had for this place was supposed to be a fusion of technology and high art, right? If we ever make colonies in space, maybe we can make full blood and health analysis so that no one carries STDs. Cool to discriminate, but it would be cool to go in a world where relationships aren't plagued by those. That'd be one thing you could do for sure. You could do that on Earth now with a quarantine zone, but I don't think it would happen by your own country. That's the front desk. Big, ain't it? Yeah, I was surprised. It feels out of place in the station. Let's go to forensics. Oh.
よ、ドクトル先生。
わしはビクトルじゃ。いつになったらちゃんと呼んでくれるんじゃ。
諦めた方がいい。エドは物覚えが悪いんだ。
お、誰じゃねその人は。
ジョナサン、紹介するよ。BCP の鑑識を担当しているビクトル・ユルゲンス先生だ。
よろしく。ジョナサン・イングラムだ。OLA で探偵をしている。
ほう、あんたがあの有名なイングラム飛行士？若い頃、あんたの火星有人飛行の中継をワクワクして見ていたよ。そうか、戻ってきたんじゃな、あんたのホームに。よろしくな。
Always eradicate those diseases, yeah, for sure. Babies and stuff like that probably can't, and even then, there are still reasons for protection like not getting someone pregnant. Is that your ID? Yeah, I don't like my hologram, so I've got the sticker over it. It causes problems with the readers whenever I have to scan it. What is this over here? What's this? This is my aid analyzer. What you see on the monitor is a visual representation of the aid's AI. I call him Gorby in response to my voice. I haven't seen many people with glasses here. I like glasses. They have a certain je ne sais quoi. When I was younger, I would change mine whenever something big happened in my life. Victor? What is it? Ask about him. Are you a terrestrial? You'd have to be at your age, wouldn't you? I was born in Moscow, back when socialists ran the country. That picture back there was taken around the time I was born. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, I went to America to study forensic medicine and later became a medical examiner. I've done autopsies on over 30,000 bodies throughout my career. In my 40s, I became interested in studying bodies in space and came here. You should see the bodies you get in zero gravity. The decomposition stages are freaky stuff. Think about it. I'm not usually one to correct people's spelling, but because you're spelling disease as decease, might be worth knowing. Because what you're writing is die, if somebody is deceased in English. So yes, I thought you might want to know. I won't do a dodgy Russian accent. My area of expertise is medical examinations, but with my aid, I can perform most other analyses too. Clone Lab. AP has its own science unit, so we're on a shoestring budget here. It's just me and Gorby. The further computer analysis progress, the less use there is for people like me. Ask about AID. Can you tell me more about that AID thingy? AID is short for Auto Analysis Identification Device. It's an AI gadget for doing analyses. God, I'm not pronouncing that correctly, I'm sure. It's got a number of sensors like a spectrograph, a gas chromatograph, and a geotechnical sounder. You made it yourself? You kidding? I wouldn't even know where to start. AID and its analysis programs were created by somebody on home. I'm actually here looking for a missing person. Supposing he's already dead, how possible would it be to transport his body outside the colony? You can never take a body outside beyond single-handed. They've got a pretty tight security system in place. It would be easier to transport them out while they're still alive and kill them somewhere else. They're becoming stricter and stricter about space debris every year. You know, space debris like murdered corpses. I go off of phonetic memory and look at the spelling checkers angry, and since deceased is also a real word, then yes, spell check's letting you down. Who are these guys? They look Japanese. This is Kenzo Hojo, the man who's disappeared. This is the guy you're looking for? Oh, who's this? What are you talking about? That's me. Not you, I meant the fox next to you. You could call it an old memory, a really old memory. That's what I expect from a terrestrial. Beyonds don't look back on the past the way we do.
ビクトル、調べてもらいたいものがあるんだが。
おお、なんじゃ。それか。
ああ、これもそうだが、もう一つある。
全部見せてみ。
Capsules on a leaf. Can you do it? I could never turn down a request from one of the Policenauts, could I? Don't tell anyone about him, okay, Doctor? Give me a little time. It shouldn't take too long. Thanks, Victor. No problem. I'll get started right away. Where's this? It's Russia. The old Soviet Union, I should say. That's where I'm from. Been about 50 years since the last time I was there. Herpes seems pretty much incurable. It goes silent inside the body and comes back from time to time. You never know if you can kill it or if it went dormant. And you can even get it by getting in contact without sexual interactions. Yes, you can pass herpes by touch rather than, it doesn't have to be that sort of contact. That's his arm. The hand contains sensors made out of materials like pressure-sensitive rubber and conductive silicon rubber. It allows him to determine the shape and composition of the object he's analyzing. That's his keyboard. I use it for analysis. There are limits to his voice recognition capabilities. The keyboard comes out when you open this cover. You look at the blood stains on him. There's blood on your clothes. I should think so. I've had this gown since my first autopsy. Gross. It's seen the blood of every single body I've looked at over the years. I guess you could say part of their souls too. No? You're weird, Victor. Thanks for your time, Victor.
すごい地球なまりだ。安心するよ。
ビヨンズは冷徹に話すからな。地球のように流暢なアクセントがない。ここが BCP を支える AP 隊員の部屋だ。時代の最先端を行く主力部署だ。正面にいるのが AP の隊長であり、この BCP の本部長でもあるゲイツ・ベッカーだ。
ゲイツか。偉くなったもんだ。
30年ぶりだろう、ジョナサン。あいつも変わった。さあ、紹介しよう。
You ever know chickenpox also has herpes, so most of us.
ゲイツ。
Look at that beard.
久しぶりだな。
ジョナサン・イングラム。ジョナサンじゃないか。いつこっちへ。
ゲイツ、BCP 本部長だって。出世だな。おめでとう。嬉しいよ。
いや、みんなのおかげだ。私一人の力ではない。ジョナサン、あの事故の件は残念だった。あの鉛筆事故がなければ君がこの椅子に座っていたかもしれん。
その話はやめてくれ。
ま、同じポリスノーツとして大歓迎するよ。どうだ、観光はまだか。
いや、観光で来たわけじゃない。
で、どうした？
実は
ジョナサン、
人を探している。名前は北条健三。ビヨンドの徳川製薬社員だ。
徳川。
3週間前にこのビヨンドから姿を消した。捜査を依頼に来た彼のワイフは地球で殺された。
穏やかではないな。
本部長、私は
ジョナサン、徳川が絡んでいるとなればことは単純では済まない。悪いが BCP として公には協力できん。その代わりエドを使ってくれていい。
徳川に何かあれば最終的には我々が乗り出す。エド、北条の捜査に全面的に協力してやってくれ。ただし内密にな。
わかりました。
恩に切る、ゲイツ。
ジョナサン、歓迎はするが派手にはせんでくれよ。約束してくれ。
わかった。迷惑はかけない。
しかし久しぶりだな、まったく。
Nowadays, there's a chickenpox vaccine, so newer generations don't have to contend with having herpes in their bodies. Problem with herpes is if you are older and get due to bad immune system shingles. Little interesting naming convention. In German, chickenpox is named windpox, and shingles is belt rose. That's a pretty name for a bad condition. I never had chickenpox. My brothers had it, and my mum tried to get me to catch it off them, but I never caught it. And the doctor said maybe I was potentially a carrier of chickenpox. But I do get cold sores, so no chickenpox, but herpes simplex. And since going on honeymoon in 2012, I got a chickenpox vaccine before I went then anyway, so I'm vaccinated either way. And look at Gates. Look at that haircut, look at that beard. Chickenpox has always been a one-off illness. It's part of the herpes family, but it isn't a virus that stays dormant in your body. Nor a carrier of chickens. Your face hasn't changed that much, Gates. Yes, I suppose I've been luckier than some. He's British, isn't he? He's from Scotland Yard. You seem awfully happy to see me there, Jonathan. Chief, what is it? Ask about the ex-Policenauts. What happened to the others? Tokugawa resigned from BCP 20 years ago to head up the Tokugawa group. Salvatore quit. I suppose 10 years or so ago and apparently went back home. The Policenauts eventually evolved into the proper police force we have today. AP do most of the work here now. They're our mobile police unit. We've all gone our separate ways. The day you left us will probably be the last time we were ever together. If you had it once and you were cured, or if you're vaccinated, you won't get it either. British copper, innit? AP were created to be a new breed of space police, designed around a special set of conditions you have on a colony. We recruit AP members from government frozeners. It's dangerous work. Having family or friends is only a burden. This is one of the lessons of your accident. On top of that, they don't use sperm-carrying genes well suited to space's environment when they fertilise frozen eggs. In other words, they select the fathers from past astronauts. Meaning we could be responsible for some of these guys? Possibilities there. You could say frozeners are literally the sons of us astronauts. That seems barbaric in a way. AP also carry out a number of missions in zero-gravity areas. In order to prevent calcium loss and weightlessness, they have hybrid artificial bones, joints and auditory ossicles. It is getting more Australian. Hang on. I am tired. I've not been well this week. Therefore, they don't need to worry about the effects of extended work there. They're indispensable around here. They might be the ones with the real right stuff. In addition to their normal police duties, AP also use EMPS to perform rescue operations inside the colony. God, it is getting Australian. Hang on a minute. We conduct recognised peaceful operations outside the colony as well, in accordance with the agreement on the rescue of astronauts, the return of astronauts, and the return of objects launched into outer space. We have to tread carefully around this, however. UNCOPUOS are always breathing down our necks. We could end up with an international incident on our hands if we're not careful. EMPS are a type of mechanical suit used both inside and outside the colony, born from a cooperation between Tokugawa Heavy Industries and ourselves. They employ a bilateral master-slave manipulator which allows for 7 degrees of freedom, just like the human body. The technology is a product of Tokugawa Heavy Industries research on master-slave manipulators. That Yuri you had in your accident is a far cry from their performance and reliability. Why don't they just turn them into robots while they're at it? The visual sensors in today's robots take 1 full second longer than a human to process data. A second can make all the difference in the world out there. Teleexistence is a more feasible option. You mean controlling EMPS by remote? We wouldn't have to worry about exposure to cosmic rays that way either. Mind you, we still have problems such as communications interference and time lag to overcome first. Does Jonathan remember giving his essence to science for recreation? Yeah, you'd think he'd remember that. We commend you for your service, be tired. I missed a stream on Saturday. I didn't want to miss another one. The police on home have been in touch with us, as it involved the murder of a Beyond. What a senseless crime. Who would have thought something like that could happen to your ex-wife? What's OLA saying? They've concluded she was the victim of a bomb planted by repatriates or possibly eco-terrorists. There's not much evidence to go on. Repatriatists? God, that's a word. Yes, repatriatists. It's been 30 years since we colonized space. The pollution of space's environment has become quite pronounced. That's where the movement was born. They say we should just stop all this and return home. This is the guy who's gone missing. He seems very like all the other people you find at Tokugawa. And then for Lorraine to be killed as well. Ah, this is you and Lorraine, I see. What were you planning on doing, bringing a photograph like this with you? Try to forget about what happened and move on. Lorraine will want the same. Well, I'll be. I haven't seen that in donkey's years. Alright. Cheerio, Gates. Cheerio, Jonathan. Pip, pip. What? That guy look familiar? Is that Love Harder, mate?
あの男どうした？
旅はどうだった？ポリスノーツさん。
AP だったのか。トニー・レッドウッドだ。 AP の爆弾処理を担当してるが、エンプス乗りでは彼の右に出る者はいない。ミスター・ゴダードと呼ばれている。
宇宙酔いくらいで参るようじゃ、早くホームのママのところへ帰った方がいいぜ。ここはビヨンド。あんたのような古いテレストリアルには厳しいところだ。
俺はお前のようにゾンビみたいになるつもりはないがね。
ジョナサン、やめろ。相手にするな。
そうだエド。この次元装置の仕掛けわかるか？
なんだ、いきなり。
あんた、ホームで爆弾処理班にいたことがあるらしいな。
麻薬界入る前のことだ。
通常爆弾の設計者は解体されないようにいくつかの安全策を設ける。ここに赤と青のコードがあるだろう。最後のセーフティー装置だ。このどちらかを切断すれば解体できる。俺がセットしたとしたら、これはどっちだと思う？危険の赤か安全の青か。
レッドウッドのレッド。
どうかアウトだ。コロニーに穴が開いたぞ。攻撃的な人間が常に赤を好むとは限らない。答えは青だ。俺ならいつも青にする。
ああ、覚えておくよ。
Once big. Welcome to Policenauts. I diffused this earlier. Real state-of-the-art device. Terrorists have been using some pretty advanced components in their bombs lately, haven't they? It was a bomb that killed Lorraine. Why'd you ask me about it anyway? You never know when terrorists can strike. Even an old-timer like you should be prepared. Ah, Redwood, you were so nice on the plane. He's like a corpse with that complexion. Not to mention the look on his face. We call them the living dead around the station. I don't blame you. Real nice. These are still people. Even if they are, you know, next to the shadow. My pleasure. What do you want? My commanding officer is the chief. My compatriots are the guys you see around you. You're neither of those. Thanks for the time. I'll see you next time, everybody. Gotta go. Thanks, Wassian. Always a pleasure. Thank you for that bit of insight earlier as well, the Japanese writing and stuff. I don't have to answer your questions. It's workplace. It is workplace discrimination for sure. I don't have to talk to anyone outside AP. That includes you, Ed. He's a totally different person with the plane. That, in case you haven't figured it out, that was an act. An act? We can modify our personalities anytime we need to. All part of our training. Lorraine? Who's that? Don't know anyone called Lorraine. He really is like a completely different person. He's an asshole. On the space plane, you said you'd gone to visit some family on home or something, didn't you? It wasn't work related. It was personal. I don't have to explain myself to you. Answer the question. I don't remember saying anything like that. Even if you were Policenauts, that was a long time ago. Look at you, you pair of sad old men. You knew I was a Policenaut, didn't you? Sure, I've studied my ancient history. Funny. That's what the Policenauts are around here. Right, Astronaut Brown? Anyone can go to space now, but it's Frozeners who protect it. This is our territory. This gives me the impression that Redwood will set a bomb and you need to remember which wire he said just now. Yeah, he'll have a blue and a red one, but you have to cut the red one. Because he said blue. How are you, Peaches? I hope you're doing well. Redwood was
悪いやつだな。一度も瞬きしなかった。
フローズナーはみんなだ。あれでノーマルらしい。
ノーマル？異常だぜ。
彼らは目に人工水晶体の眼内レンズを装着してるらしい。視力は常人の2倍はあるって聞いたがな。
There you go.
あいつらが俺たちの子供かもしれんなんてな。
心配はいらん。少なくとも俺とジョナサンの精子は使われていないだろう。
だろうな。エドが遺伝的に優れてるなんて。
お前は宇宙恐怖症だしな。
それにしてもエド、奴に対しておかしくないか？
そうか？
奴と何かあるのか？
フローズナーとは合わないだけだ。
Ed's just space racist. They keep their helmets on even when they're in the station. The helmets are linked to BCP's network. The visor displays the 3D image of whichever data they're working with. We've been everywhere but the shooting range. Let's go there.
ここが BCP の射撃訓練場だ。BCP では週2回の射撃訓練が義務付けられている。イヤープロテクターはその壁にかけてある。実弾を使うんでかなりの音になるんだ。
俺も使っていいのか？
構わんだろう。税関で銃の登録はしてるんだろ？
ああ、登録は済ませた。弾のライフリングまでな。
あの右の端末を使えば訓練プログラムが始まる。現れるマンターゲットの命中率と命中箇所が分かる仕組みになっている。ただしこのプログラムは無反動銃、つまりリフトガン用に設定されているからな。
リフトガン？
無重量でも使用できるように反動が抑えられている銃だ。このコロニーではほとんどの銃がこのタイプだ。弾丸が銃口を離れた瞬間に二次爆発を起こすんだ。ロケットのようにな。だから反動が生まれない。
銃口を出た後に爆発してよく狙いがずれないの？
レーザーでターゲットをロックオンしてるからだよ。もう重心の役割はない。さらに銃に反動を吸収するシステムが組み込まれている。リフトガンはいかにロックオンするかが問題なんだ。実行プログラムはターゲットモード、トレーニングモード、コンバットモードの計3モードが用意されている。それぞれさまざまな状況を想定した特徴のあるプログラムが取り入れられている。昔ながらのメカトロニクスと最先端の立体映像、エレクトロニクスを駆使している。
それじゃ VR なのか？
いや、実戦に近づけるために VR は使っていない。銃も実弾を使う。安全性の追求だけでは訓練にはならない。軍でも銃の訓練に VR を採用していないのと同じだ。ここでは撃てば現実に風穴が開く。見た目は少し古い感じを受けると思うが、そこいらのバーチャルリアリティとは違う。 そこのインテリジェントターミナルで選択すれば作動する。
VR's for amateurs, there you go. This is part of the trainer. You can select a program with this. These are ear protectors. You should wear them when you practice. Oops. More bang for your buck than VR. On they go. Smart choice. Alright, let's do it. Can't shoot yet. Too easy. $61. Not too bad. Ooh. And he says it's 61. $61 out of 100. That's not too bad. The music didn't make it sound like it did well, does it? So what do you think? You popped your BCP cherry. Okay, let's take a look. That was target modes. Man target. Got a long way to go with this kind of score. I suppose you do tend to be more critical when it's someone's first turn. Practice makes perfect. In target mode, you need to keep an eye on how much time you got left, especially if you're setting up each shot separately. It runs out pretty fast. You can't fire any remaining rounds once time's run out. The more shots you've landed, the higher your score will be. Okay. Easy to use, ain't it? Let's try trading mode and then we'll get out of here. Oh, bad shot. I wish I was doing this with a mouse, with a light gun. I'm doing it with a D-pad. I guess I could try analog. It'll be faster. You can tell you to reload. There you go. Bad shot. Oh god, terrible, terrible. Very, very sensitive. There's a D on your report card. I miss light gun games all the time. I love light gun games. Way tough. I could still set up the Wii and play House of Dead Overkill, I guess, but it's not the same. Very jealous of Godie's light gun streams, but I don't even have a CRT, so I have no way of getting all that happening. Oh. Bad report. I was doing well early. Still gone wrong. Oh. You just pump quarters into lethal enforcers machine at the mall all the time. We had a time crisis machine for a little while at the mall. That was awesome. Oh, you can see the decline. Oh, there's a few more 10s in there. There you go. Only 4%. It's pretty good. Got the feel for it? That was training mode, circle target. You got a long way to go with this kind of score. You should have done a lot better than that your first time. It's considerably better. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Spook. It's good you don't have any misses, but you should try aiming more for the center of the targets. Here's a hint for training mode. You should aim for the target's green area. The green area is worth 10 points. The other areas are worth between 1 and 5 points. With the circle target, the closer you are to the center, the higher the points. The white area is only worth 1 point. Only 94%.
僕が見本を見せてやろう。
Get good at it.
デイブか。珍しいな。お前がここに来るとは。
賑やかなんでね。トレーニングモードのレベル1か。楽勝だ。
I'm not sure why the retro achievements pop up when it's transitioning. Dave like shooting him in the limbs. Shoot him in the dick. Open your eyes, Dave. Another bit of chance of shooting him, buddy. Yep, I'm gonna watch this whole thing. Yep, it's still going. It's still going. There are way more points than that.
お見事。
人は殺さず最小限のダメージで逮捕することが重要さ。じゃあ、ジョナさん。
It's enough practice. Let's get back to business. Don't forget to take off the ear protectors. Oh yeah.
ジョナさん、薬莢を拾っていけよ。リフトガンは薬莢が出ないんだ。苦情が殺到する。
なるほど。わかった。エドは訓練
Good
しない
question. Why
のか
wasn't he wearing ear protection?
いいんだ。
どうしてお前の腕を久々に見てみたいな。
俺はうまくない。もう目が良くないんだ。
おかしなやつだな。
Yes, let's go outside. You need to know this place first, then we'll start looking for Hojo. Okay, that's just weird. They explicitly mentioned ear protectors even though the animated cutscene featured someone without them. Yeah. I think you could do it yourself without the ear protectors, and I think you see something then. We have a certain way of doing things here. You have to understand that. What do we do? That's front desk. Big area. This room each does give you guys a bigger closet. Then start, man. Find what you're looking for, detective. Massive. 9 out of 10. Just getting started. Hey, Ed. Now you can add babysitting terrestrial douches to your job description. Those operators, they process all the information that comes in here. Our efforts to protect the public are based around this total information network. That's a map of Beyond. The government can monitor virtually the entire colony in real time. You can run, but you can't hide, huh? Exactly. The pipe gets clogged and they know about it before you do. That guy ain't one of us. He's a police drama buff. Movies, TV shows, you name it. He likes to come and hang out here. Hey, you seen Detective Doyle or Deputy Marshal McLeod? For God's sake, don't get him going. He comes here every day babbling the same nonsense. We all know him. Okay. Now where did Ancient Cooper go off to? Diane's looking for him. Don't encourage him, Jonathan. Okay, so where else can we go back to Vice, maybe? Oh God, the late 2000s, early 10s internet, especially YouTube review thing of being anal about plot holes. How are things going? It's quite a knife. It's a Nishio combat knife. It's for protection. I've carried one ever since I was in the military. No one would ever go after you. Not a Maximum Hamburgers? They became famous after they set up that so-called drive-thru for astronauts. I used to eat a lot of them at home. This is the Beyond version of the 1G meal. This is my favourite food. Also, Agent Cooper, can't believe he's still alive. Yeah, he's doing well. He's got plenty of longevity post-Twin Peaks. On Beyond, there are 2 types of packs. The other one is a 0G meal. I couldn't care less about plot holes. I don't even notice them anymore. I like the 1G meals. Dave wants to try a carbonated drink on home. Things like carbonated drinks and beer don't taste very good in zero gravity, so they're impossible to come by here. Even when you try and get them shipped from home, they spoil along the way. Oh my God, I'm never going to space. Is that a real tattoo? No, just a paint tattoo. It stays on for about half a year. I am still a woman after all. What does that mean? Meryl? What? You can put that knife away, I won't fight you. Sorry, what? Wait, did you say you like me? I'm not even going to try. We asked about we can ask about more people. Ask about Gates. So I saw Gates again. Chief Becker, he's something else, isn't he? I'd say he's a charismatic leader with impeccable judgment, right, Chief? What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, what's the tattoo got to do with anything? I think maybe he's got something you've lost. He still feels like a terrestrial. Yeah, from forensics? I don't know him that well, but he seems like a nice guy. Yeah, he does. He reminds me of home a lot. He seemed to have a thing for terrestrials. Actually, now that I think about it, Chief Becker and Victor even smell like home, if that makes sense. This is Foxhound's old insignia. Most people here don't recognize it. Look at that gun. That gun seems a little big for a woman. Oh my God. This is a Magnum Monster Special, the biggest lift gun in the world. I'll take my recoil any day. I wouldn't mind watching you practice sometime. What's that shirt you're wearing? It's from the repatriatist movement. I'm a repatriatist myself. Mankind should return home. We don't belong out here. Jesus, Dave, not so loud. You kiss your job goodbye after Bryce found out you're a repatriatist. God, such a terrible word. I don't get what's the tattoo have to be exactly. We all know women don't have skin to tattoo on. Tattoos are great. They're like art galleries you can smooch. I live in old LA. You can't pick up your mail there without firing off a couple shots. You're always good at shooting, I remember. I don't think I'll be pulling the trigger out here anytime soon. I hope not. We don't go around shooting up places here. All this is purely for training. Uses start one of the programs. Let's see, the last one you did was training mode circle target. Let's try it without earmuffs. For the continuity buffs out there. No tens as I was hoping for. Not much better. That was target mode, circle target. I think you got them worse. I should do better than that. Here's a hint for target mode. Aim for target mode. Huh. They did not care that I did not use ear protection. Weird. So there you go. Plot hole. Taking this game back to the store. Go get biking, getting myself fit, that's the way to be. I'll be a bike ride, Nick. Always a pleasure. They're not throwing any civilians in this so far, are they? I'm guessing if we take too long, they shoot back or something. Yeah, we've got a life bar. Not a flash, there it is. Ooh, got a bronze medal. I think we do well against actual targets, not green circle shit. No green circles out in the street, man.
Reload.
Going until we die, going to run out of life.
Reload. Reload.
Shit. Level 11. Oh, they're dodging now. Level 13. Oh. Kind of smiling. Silver medal now. There we go. There's a civilian. Old snake there. Yeah, I'm hung up in this mode. It's gonna kill me, guys. Oh. What? They can shoot through those things. How is that still I got level 19. Okay. What's the feel for it? That was your first time in combat mode. You've still got a long way to go with shooting like that. You got to get past at least level 25. Come on. After level 18, you'll start to see civilian targets mixing with the criminal targets. If you shoot a civilian target, you'll lose a life and it'll count as a miss. Okay. I swear the reload and buzz rest of it are all from his forces. Probably. That's enough for now. Man, my ears are ringing like crazy. Because you didn't wear the ear protectors, Einstein. Yeah, I should have worn them. They really do a great job.
自分の薬莢を拾っていけよ。
おう、ジョナサン、分析結果が出とるぞ。ゴールビーも頑張ってくれた。
えらく早いな。
当たり前じゃ。ゴールビー
What? It's got wheels.
まずジョナサンから預かったカプセル剤じゃが。
It's going to sound like the PlayStation startup set.
ジョナサン、無駄足だったかもしれん。わざわざビヨンドまで来たようじゃが。4つのカプセルはどれも徳川製薬が扱う新薬じゃ。インドメタシン ZL。これはインドール誘導体を含む解熱鎮痛剤。次はパラディソン。これはペンゾジアゼジン誘導体を含む精神安定剤。そしてハイファイトミン。これは B12 を含む水溶性ビタミン。最後はフェドレジン。これは塩酸エンドルフィンを使った交感神経興奮性鎮害剤。
Antitussive. Like Robitussin?
ビタミン剤、風邪薬、咳止め、精神安定剤。
麻薬の一種ではなかったのか。
どうやらそうらしいの。これは単なる薬じゃ。それも発売済みのな。
なぜ北条はただの薬を大切に持っていたんだ。
何か細工があるんじゃないのか。製薬会社の社員なんだろ。
カプセルにマイクロフィルムを隠すとか。
そうまで言うのならこれを見てみるんじゃ。4つの薬品の成分と化学組成の分析結果は数値も何もかも徳川が申請している薬と全く一致する。さらにあまりよく知られてはおらんが、正規の薬には全てその内容薬が何であるかを示す製剤識別コードというものが薬の表面か包装に記号化されて示されているんじゃ。この白い部分のマークが徳川製薬製を示し、その横の数字が薬品名を示しとる。これらのカプセルもこの規定に従い製剤識別コードの表示と内容が一致する。つまりごく普通に大量流通している薬じゃ。どれも特別な薬ではなく何の共通性も見出せん。いや、ただ
どうした？
一つ腑に落ちんことがある。
What is it, Victor?
これを見てくれ。これはカプセルのコードの拡大画像や。こうしてみるとこのマークは確かに徳川製薬の識別コードなんじゃが、見るんじゃ。三つ葉葵の上の部分が欠けているじゃろ。今のプリント技術ではこんなミスは起こさん。
ああ、確かに欠けている。
しかもこの欠けている部分が右と左で対になってるんじゃ。4つのうち2つが左の刃が欠け、残り2つは右が欠けている。偶然じゃろうかな。
プリントミスでないとすると意図的な印。徳川製薬品の偽物じゃないのか。
それにもう一つ、このカプセルは封入式でなくキャップ式を採用している。キャップ式カプセルは半世紀も前に使われなくなってるんじゃ。
北条はどうしてこのカプセルを？このカプセルに何があるんだ？そしてこのカプセルのためにロレインも。
しかし徳川製薬が関係していることは間違いない。徳川製薬社員の行方不明、不可解な徳川製薬のカプセル。
ビクトル、葉の方はどうなんだ？
こっちの方はズバリじゃったよ。この葉はブラックポピーの葉じゃ。
ブラックポピー？
黒消しだ。合成麻薬ナークを作る原料となる。
ああ、ニュースで言ってたやつか。
そうだ。毎日合成麻薬ナークに関する事件は絶えん。
やはり麻薬絡みか。
ビヨンドにおける消し栽培は何年も前に完全に撲滅したはずだ。これはホームから密輸したものだろう。
となると北条は黒消しの密輸に関与していたのか？
それが見てくれ。これはこの葉の断面図じゃ。普通ホームで育った植物からは必ず大気汚染物質が検出されるんじゃ。じゃがこの葉はきれいなもんじゃ。きれいすぎる。
つまり地球外で栽培されたものということか。
さらに限定を裏付けるウイロイドの一種が検出された。
ウイロイド？
これがそうじゃ。
It's like an android, but VI.
植物細胞内に感染して増殖する病原体じゃ。しかもこれは5年前にビヨンド内だけで大流行したウイロイド S 型。
ということはこのビヨンド内のどこかで黒消しが栽培されているということか。密輸ではなく。
でこの葉が半分の意味は？
それはわからん。切断面から人工的に切断されているのは確かじゃが。
ナーク取引の際の割り符かな。
さっきの製剤コードと関係しているとは思えないか。
とにかく北条の失踪にはナークが絡んでる。そしてその舞台になっているのが徳川製薬。
ますます厄介だな。これまでにも徳川と麻薬の関係はささやかれていたんだが、上からの圧力もかかってうやむやになっている。数年前に本部長が AP を使って大々的に捜査を続けたが失敗に終わった。
それからか、ゲイツに根性がなくなったのは。
確証がつかめんことには手を出せん。ジョナサン、この件は思ったより根が深そうだ。下手すれば死人が増えることになる。
ともあれ、徳川製薬へ行ってみようぜ。北条の勤めている会社だ。何かわかるだろう。
徳川製薬なら案内しよう。ただし慎重に行こう、ジョナサン。
他に質問は？
Whoever was to be a secret which I desired to divine. Okay, we might have to leave it there. I'm feeling a bit rubbish. And we will pick it up by going to Hojo's house and Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals, and we will do that in about a month's time. I've decided that April is going to be Redemptions Month. I also have not made a end screen for Policenauts yet. I forgot to do that. So you can just have black. So April is going to be Redemptions Month. We're going to be doing Redemptions all month, starting with Castlevania Symphony of the Night, starting on the 2nd of April. Keep your eye on the Discord and that sort of thing. For times, I'm going to be doing a bonus stream on a Tuesday during the day for me. So that's a heads up. But yeah, what we're going to do is going to play a redemption game a week for the month of April. So we're starting with Symphony of the Night next week. And then Steam Gear Mash. God, what is that game called? And then A Hat in Time. And then by the end of the month, it'll be my affiliate anniversary, which is why I'm doing Emo Fergie. Welcome in. You're not too slow. I'm going to shout you out anyway, Emo Fergie. I usually go later, but I'm not feeling very well, so I'm going to get some rest and hopefully be ready to start another new game tomorrow, at which point I will not play that for a month either, as you do. But I should put some ending music on because we are wrapping it up. We're going to take it out for a raid. And it's been a pleasure. Policenauts is fun, but there's lots and lots of talking. When you're not feeling the best isn't the best. First Symphony of the Night playthrough. There you go, Emo Figure. I'm going to be doing the same thing. But tomorrow will be Phantasy Star Portal. We'll get that started. We'll get the tutorializing out of the way. And then we'll do Redemptions. It's going to be a good time. April's going to be a fun month. It'll be my second affiliate anniversary on the 27th of April. I didn't get to celebrate my one last year because I think they brought in the affiliate things just after April. So there you go. Let's do a raid. Thank you for the follow, Retro Hitch. Thank you for the follow, Cybermage87. Thank you for the chat as always, folks. Who's on, who's doing stuff? Who's doing stuff? Let's go over to Sonneveld. He's playing some Windows 3.1 stuff. He was playing Castle of the Winds earlier, but now he's playing Shadowgate for Windows 3.1, which I'm only familiar with from the NES. So let's go check that out. And I'll be going to bed soon. So thanks for joining me as always. Hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll hopefully catch you tomorrow.